General Hospital Steve Burton shares recent behind-the-scenes secret. Soap opera fans often know that they have to take things with some suspension of disbelief when watching their favorite series. However, when talking about a recent scene that didn't quite make sense, General Hospital actor Steve Burton shed some light on the situation. In particular, he discussed how both writers and actors try to handle such situations. Steve Burton discussed a recent General Hospital scene on his podcast with Bradford Anderson. Burton is known for playing Jason on General Hospital, first playing the character in 1991. Over the years, he would play the character off and on. Burton would most recently return to play the character in 2024. In addition, he also prominently played Harris Michaels on Days of Our Lives and Dylan McAvoy on The Young and the Restless. Outside of soaps, he's also a noted voice actor, appearing in games like Final Fantasy VII, Advent Children, and the Kingdom Hearts series. Outside of performing on the soap, Burton is known for his podcast with Bradford Anderson, The Daily Drama. Anderson himself is known for playing Damian Spinelli on General Hospital. Together, they talk about the soap and occasionally talk with their co-stars. As noted by Soap Hub, Burton recently talked about a behind-the-scenes secret on the podcast. During the podcast, Anderson discussed scenes between Jason and Sophia Mattsson's Sasha, in which the former felt the latter's baby move. On the soap, Josh Kelly's Cody watches the scene. As Burton noted, Cody sees me, I guess, feeling Sasha's baby, and then Cody, sees that and assumes something. Burton also brought up co-star Maurice Benard. Thanks to Cody, much of Port Charles believes Jason could be the father of Sasha's baby. However, Cody's presence got Anderson to ask, "There's always someone lurking. Do we not look around when we're talking about certain things?" Burton explained how the soap handles the suspension of disbelief. As he explained, our directors would try not to make us when we're talking and somebody has to overhear and make us look stupid. Like Cody, for example. He was pretty much in my eye line, but there was no other way for him to see what he needed to see to get on the conclusion map. However, Burton noted that actors do try to keep things believable. As he noted, "I remember back when Maurice Benard and I took our jobs very seriously." As he continued, "If there was anything that wasn't real, we weren't doing it. We probably would have fought that. Seeing someone in our peripheral that's supposed to be overhearing." After decades on daytime television, Steve Burton is still full of surprises. The veteran soap star, known to millions as Jason Morgan on General Hospital, recently dropped a behind-the-scenes secret that has fans buzzing, and it's not what you'd expect from someone who spent so long in Port Charles. For longtime viewers, Steve Burton is more than just an actor, he's a cornerstone of the General Hospital universe. Since the early 90s, Burton has portrayed Jason Morgan, the stoic enforcer with a heart of gold, a character who's become synonymous with loyalty, family, and a fierce code of honor. Although he's taken breaks from the show over the years, including his high-profile move to The Young and the Restless and time away for personal projects, his recent return to General Hospital has reignited interest in all things Jason and all things Burton. The big reveal. In a candid Instagram live session with fans, Burton recently revealed something that took even his most devoted followers by surprise. One of the most emotional scenes from his comeback wasn't originally in the script, and he improvised a line that made it into the final cut. "You know that scene in the alleyway with Sonny?" Burton said, referring to a recent dramatic reunion between his character and longtime friend/co-star Maurice Benard Sonny Corinthos. "That one was a big deal for me. The emotion was real, but here's the thing. The final line I delivered? Totally not in the script." According to Burton, the moment called for Jason to simply exchange a few words and walk off. But in the heat of filming, with memories flooding back, both from the character's history and the actor's personal connection to the show, Burton chose to add a line that deeply resonated with viewers. "I never left, not really." Fans were floored. The single line sparked hundreds of comments across social media, with many calling it classic Jason and a perfect encapsulation of his long absence from the canvas. What they didn't know until now was that it was a spontaneous addition from Burton himself. Why it mattered? For those unfamiliar with soap production, scenes are tightly scripted. While there's room for minor adjustments, significant line changes or additions are rare and often discouraged unless cleared in advance. That's why Burton's choice was so impactful. It wasn't just creative freedom. It was a calculated emotional risk. "I felt it," he said during the live stream. Jason wouldn't just come back and say nothing. He'd want Sonny to know that no matter what happened, he was always with him in some way. Burton also revealed that director Fido Xavier gave him the green light to explore the moment further, trusting the actor's instincts. It's a testament to the team we have. They trust us to know our characters, and that trust goes both ways. A deeper connection. This behind-the-scenes revelation isn't just a cool story for die-hard fans. It highlights a deeper truth about what makes soap operas, and General Hospital in particular, so enduring. Unlike other television formats, daytime dramas are long-form storytelling on a massive scale. Characters evolve over decades. Relationships ebb, break, and heal again. The actors aren't just performers. They become caretakers of these fictional lives. Steve Burton's ability to slip back into Jason's mindset after time away, and his bold choice to bring something unexpected to the table, speaks volumes about the bond between actor and character. "I've lived a lot of life since I first started playing Jason," Burton said. "And so has he. In a way, we've grown up together." What the cast thinks. Maurice Benard was quick to comment on the improvised line. In a recent episode of his State of Mind podcast, Benard praised Burton's choice. "That line hit me hard," Benard said. "It wasn't in the script, and I knew right away he added it. But it was right. It was true to Jason. That's the magic, when you stop acting and just are the character." Kelly Monaco Sam McCall, who has shared a complicated and beloved romantic history with Jason over the years, also chimed in via social media. "That moment gave me chills," she tweeted. "You can't fake that kind of connection. More secrets on the way." Given the enthusiastic response, it's no surprise that Burton hinted at more surprises in store. "Let's just say this. I've got a few more things up my sleeve," he teased. There's a scene coming up where fans are really going to see what Jason's been through while he was away, emotionally, physically, the whole deal. Though he didn't give away any spoilers, he hinted that his character's return arc will explore themes of redemption, forgiveness, and unexpected alliances. It's not just about coming back. It's about rebuilding and rediscovering who Jason really is and who he wants to be. The fans react. Burton's revelation has reignited a wave of appreciation for the actor's contributions to General Hospital. Fan pages across Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, lit up with clips, reactions, and deep-dive analyses of the scene. One fan wrote, "The moment Jason said that line, I cried. It was like no time had passed." Another commented, "Steve Burton gets Jason. You can feel the history in every word." It's a rare thing in television, an actor so deeply intertwined with a role that the lines between character and performer blur in the best possible way. Burton's recent return, and this little behind-the-scenes gem, only confirms what General Hospital fans have known all along. There's no Jason without Steve. Looking ahead. So, what's next for Jason Morgan? If Burton's hints are to be believed, the character's return is just the beginning of a complex new storyline. And if we've